Welcome to my Elite Dangerous My Adventures Planetary Exploration. So we're going to do a couple of planets, at least. It would be two separate videos. Just left. Down to the galaxy map. There's 3 planets that we can land on over here. Just checking some of these out to see if there's settlements or something on them. Nope. Okay. Well, we have a destination. So let's go to our destination and do some planetary exploration. Be sure to watch my previous videos on bounty hunting, which is a little out of my comfort zone, but sometimes you have to push your comfort zone a little bit.
Go for launch. You have liftoff.
Because I'm an explorer trader, not really much in combat, but I do have 36% competent rating. Wait for the mass lock to go off, and then we'll head to our destination. Probably my two favorite, well, a few favorite things is of course cargo missions, because I can make, that's the best way I can make credits. And planetary exploration I like, because it's very relaxing. And I do like gathering materials, like at Dav's Hope and Jameson Crassite. Sometimes and like the Tritium Dash, so you can watch some of those videos. I kind of like that. But I appreciate you coming along. Yeah, I keep getting these messages where they want you to take a cargo mission. And I usually pick my own cargo missions. I like palladium and gold because it pays well. And they wanted me to deliver non-lethal weapons, which I'm not going to pay very much anyway. So we have 3 planets out here, so that'll be 3 videos that we do planetary exploration. And we get quite a few views from that. And please feel or consider supporting our channel in some way, either through a subscription It amazes me how many people are allergic to those subscriptions, and they're offended if you even ask for a subscription. That really surprises me. You get 2,000 subscriptions to subscribe to other channels, and I have subscribed to about 1,300 small, under 1,000 subscriber channels, just because I know how hard it is. So it helps them out a little bit. But we have a Patreon, so if you would be willing to join our Patreon, patreon.com/gfilm_RDG. And all of our videos go into pre-release, so our supporters in some way get first shot at the videos before everybody else gets them. So if you'll subscribe or donate or join our Patreon or fill up our fleet carrier with tritium, or at least 200 units of tritium, you'll get access to those pre-release videos. And if you hate subscribing, why don't you fuss at YouTube? Send them an email or something, or a message of some sort, complaining about it, because they're the ones that set the requirements for small content creators, and we have to have 1,000 subscribers. It would take me 7 years to get 1,000 subscribers at the rate that we're going. I mean, that is just insane. In the last few weeks, though, we've gotten a few more than we were getting, so it's a little bit better. We're probably 2 years away, if we could continue that. But I create over 100 videos a month. I have over 1,000 videos, and take 2 years to get any kind of support at all, and then it's in pennies. So it's really not that much. I mean, it's crazy. And what I do is I bring you along so you hear about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So whatever's on my mind, you get to hear about it. At least it's a lot of drama. And usually that's what people like. They like drama. Okay, well, at least there is a sunnier side that we can land on. We probably will make some rounds to the engineers again, I'm sure. Probably engineer some weapons. But right now, since we're so new at combat, our burst laser gimbaled weapons seem to work fine, because we're still learning. And I think it's working pretty good. For a brighter spot, it's got many textures.
Orbital flight engaged.
Let's see, my priority is to help the channel. And most of the viewers' priority is just watch videos. So there is a conflict there. Anyway, it just amazes me how angry some people get just because you ask for subscriptions. It's just amazing. They just don't understand the requirements that YouTube makes on content creators. They have to ask for subscriptions. They don't have any choice. They want any support at all. We're rubber banding our systems together and they crash all the time. Because we can't afford fancy equipment. And then people will complain about audio and it's like, I can't afford the fancy audio. We're rubber banded together. So people do a lot of complaining. Now I do a lot of complaining too, so I can't say too much. I'm sure as soon as I said that, everybody going, yeah, you do a lot of complaining too. Yeah, I do. There's a lot to complain about. But it's drama. That's why they call sitcoms dramas. People like drama. And why is the Kardashians so popular? It's because of all the drama. Cis alternate. Cis landing.
Landing gear deployed.
Let's kind of get out of the crater. Let's back up a little bit. And I know I rant too much. I agree. When I listen to the edited, or when I'm editing videos, I'll go, well, I think, and I'd usually cut out some. Just because that's probably not good. Trying to do a little bit less ranting. Is this down? Check on the video, make sure everything's working. And I did find an issue that I needed to take care of. And the earbuds that are in my ear are trying to pull out of my ear. That's always a pain. So, okay. See if we can do a little bit better here. Is this dark? Sis, ship.
Ship dismissed.
Ship will go into orbit until we call her back down. So we're ready to go. See what we got here. See, now this is more my style, but I know it's not everybody's style, so that's why we do some bounty hunting and some of that other stuff. And we've done some skimmer and stinger hunting, and so you can check out all those videos. Like I said, we've got over 1,000 videos on our channel. All kinds of things. And I'm not the most comfortable at bounty hunting, but the last few videos we've done, if you'll check those out, are about bounty hunting. And resource extraction sites. At least you get help from security forces, or you're helping the security forces, one or the other. And since security forces can't collect bounties, as long as you get a few good hits on the target, on the person with that's wanted, you get the credit for it. So yeah, it doesn't give you a whole lot. I think it's like 3 or 4 videos I've done on bounty hunting in resource extraction zones. I've only gotten 13% on my combat rating. So that doesn't give you a whole lot. And I think I've made a total of about 1.5 million in total. And that's even with skimmers and stingers. I mean, it's an extremely small amount. But, so it's certainly not for the credits that I do it. Now, the tougher the opponent, the more credit you get. The more rank and the more credits you get and things like that. But I'm not ready for that. I did get past the res low. If you do res low, that's, if you're a beginner, yeah, that's definitely where you want to start. Because those are ships that rank lower than you. If it's just the res without any distinction, that's medium. That's ships that are a little bit greater than you or a little bit less than you. Are the same. And that's where I'm at right now. So it's a little bit of challenge, but not a tremendous challenge. And then the high, they're usually above your rank. And the hazardous, you don't get much help from security forces. And check the security of the system that you're doing res bounty hunting. See, CEOS is medium, and that's where I'm at right now, doing res. So you get some help. When I first did or practiced bounty hunting on ships, I went to Sol system. For one, it's a permit, and two, it's a high security system, and I kind of played over there with the low res, and so I came back to Sothis CEOS because that's where I make my credits too. Try to do as much here as possible. It's where I'm the most comfortable playing because I can make really good credits delivering palladium and gold. It's kind of funny when I say things like, well, I'm going to slow down on the ranting. You won't, most viewers won't see that video for 15 to 30 days because we have pre-release videos. So the videos I am releasing at the time of this video are still, I'm still probably ranting, and people are complaining because of I rant, but it's really based on you coming along. I mean, you get to hear the good, the bad, the ugly, you know, what I feel at the time. I mean, like I said, lots of drama, and I thought most people like drama. So, and the reason I do videos is not as much for the viewers, it just keeps me from getting so bored. I've restarted this game 3 times because I got bored, and if I didn't restart 3 times, I'd have a lot more credits. I'd probably at least have 5 billion more credits than I have right now. And I probably wouldn't be collecting as many credits because when I get to 9 billion, I'm not going to collect near as many credits. We're going to do other things. We'll still do some cargo missions. We just won't do as many as we do now. Instead of going for 150 million, we might only go for 50 million at a time, and you might go do cargo missions half the time. So, and yes, you have different types of videos that you like to watch. You might not care as much about the cargo missions or the planetary exploration, or you might rather watch asteroid mining. But in the last few updates, Frontier has nerfed severely the asteroid mining, and I wasn't great at asteroid mining in the first place. So where I could make 30 tritiums in 45 minutes to an hour, it's down to about 9 now, because they nerfed it again in the last update, because there's a few people making just too many credits. Well, that's the few. Fix it to where when they make a ton of credits they get less reward or something. Don't affect everybody. I mean, there's a lot of newbies, or those that are not as good at asteroid mining, that, like for me, getting 30 was terrible. If I could get 50 per hour tritiums, then I would do a lot more asteroid mining. But since I'm only getting 9 in 45 minutes or an hour, that's not worth it for me. And I get bored with asteroid mining real fast when I'm just not collecting very much. I wouldn't like cargo missions either if I only got, say 100,000 per cargo run. I wouldn't want to do that either. But when I can make up to 20 million per cargo run, if everything lines up just right, I can actually make more than that. I can probably make about 22 to 25 million if everything lines up just right per cargo run. And I can do a cargo run in less than 20 minutes. So probably about 15 minutes. So if everything lines up right, I can do 100 million in an hour. So for me, that's pretty good. Yeah, we got some upper level blips here, and it might be a trespass zone, a ship, or a down satellite, or something like that. I'm not shooting skimmers and stingers because they're support ships that will attack you at times. And in the SRV, I'm just a set and duck. Now, this is an uninhabited system, and usually you don't see skimmers and stingers in uninhabited systems. It's usually a crash site or something like that, or a down satellite. And there's like occupied escape pods. And I play solo. So they're just NPCs, computer generated characters, that are in those occupied escape pods. So I'm sorry. I'm not going to go through all the hassles to take occupied escape pods back to a station when they're NPCs. If we had real players that were stuck in occupied escape pods for days and days and days, and the only way they can get out is people take them to the station, oh yeah, I would take them to the station. But I'll come by and let you see what's here. I usually retract my cargo scoop because I just don't want to accidentally pick up something. There's narcotics, and it's legal salvage. There is a occupied escape pod. More narcotics. Personal weapons. So if you want to pick up stuff like that, oh yeah, go for it. Because you should play the way you enjoy playing. Another occupied escape pod. Or it could have been the same one. Yep, just wanted to show you. It's part of seeing what we can see. But I'd have a lot more sympathy if there were real players in those occupied escape pods. But see, you and I can't even get occupied escape pods for your ship. That's only for NPCs as far as I know. But again, I only play solo mode. NPCs are hard enough for me to deal with. I certainly don't want to have viral players come shooting at me every time I go somewhere. Not much into that. And I hear an extremely high amount of the player base. You know, 98% play solo. Very few play in open. And those are usually just pirates looking for some easy target. So, or they'd shoot each other or something. Nope, I don't have my cargo scoop on. But see, for me, this is very relaxing, coming out collecting materials in uninhabited systems. And you use these materials for synthesis or for the engineers. You know, I'm an on-call technician, so I have to check when I hear a ding, just to see if someone needs me to do something. 24/7, 365. So I have to be available at all hours. I mean, it's the only income I get. I certainly don't get any from YouTube. Or anything associated with YouTube. But that's why I do more of what I want to do. I don't do many suggestions because we don't get support from most viewers anyway. At the moment, we're not getting support from any viewer. So those upper levels, I'm sure, is that crash site. Yeah, we could relog and it would go away, and then anything you saw would be new. And actually, planetary exploration I probably enjoy more than anything else within Elite Dangerous. Because it is very relaxing. And the cost, the weekly upkeep for a fleet carrier is way too high. If it was about 5 million maybe, but at 25 million a week it's just too high. I like having all my stuff in one place and the 500 light year jumps. I like that. And I appreciate those that come by and put tritium in our fleet carrier, because that happens every once in a while. If you go to inera.cz website, go to Galaxy, System and Stations, Fleet Carriers, and in the search put in RG-FC, and you'll find our fleet carrier. And people have done that, and they've come by and put tritium in it. It's like, oh yeah. So those that do that, if right after they do it, because I do pre-release videos, well, I mean, some could watch it from there. I try not to mention it for at least 24 hours, how much I appreciate it, because I want that person that did it to tell me about it, tell me how much they put in the fuel tank. Now, if I put some in there and you claim that you put some in there and I know you didn't, yeah, I'll jot that down. Because we've had some to say that they've subscribed and they want the pre-release videos, and I have to be able to verify it, because I hate to tell you this, but there's people that lie. And boy, there's probably more people that lie than don't lie. So I have to verify it, because they'll fib. That can't be the whole thing. Maybe it's underneath that rock. Yeah, I think there's a something underneath that rock. Yeah, that's weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Where there's material underneath a rock. Yeah, we can't get to that one. Yep, never seen that. And then when you catch them on it, they won't respond. Of course. It's like, oh, I went to your website and you didn't subscribe to our channel. There's no subscription to our channel. And then that's the last I hear from them. So be assured, if you try that and you really didn't, I'll know, because I have to verify. And I don't have enough subscribers yet to where I can't verify, but I have a programming background, and I've started working on a program that will allow me to easily check public subscriptions to our channel. And eventually, based on in the database, if it because it would daily check to see who has subscribed, and it would automatically put you in for the early access videos if you've sent us an email. So eventually I'm going to have all that set up, but we just don't have enough subscribers yet. I can do it manually. It doesn't take very long. But I have learned it's best not to care. If you ever get support and not really care if what the viewers do, because they don't care about our channel either. So there's very few that, if any, that really care about our channel. So because, you know, I don't see any that really show that they care. So I get more and more to the feeling that I don't care either. That's why we have early access, and you have to wait up to 30 days to even get to see the videos, because most of you don't care. So, but it keeps me from getting bored. I get to play and I get to talk, explain what I'm doing to somebody. Eventually, when that video finally goes public, because I set them up as private, scheduled out for public. But we live in a totally different world than we did just 20, 30 years ago. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Becoming more Mad Max, kill or be killed society, a lawless society. until every day it gets more lawless. Yeah, and I wouldn't live near a big city for anything. My family, we live in the suburbs for a reason, to get away from all that wild craziness. I mean, we don't have a lot of money, but we can still get away from all that. We wouldn't even know it's happening if we didn't watch news. Well, that's a good thing. And the U.S. will never be able to pay off its debts, ever. There's no chance. So there'll be a reckoning at some point. And where 98% of the world's population say that they would like to one day live in the U.S., I think you probably need to reevaluate that. You're probably safer where you're at. This is becoming a very unlawful country. Really fast. It's not the place it used to be. That's kind of what open borders does for you. Because everyone's lawless, they send to America. So let us deal with them. And we don't deal with them very well, so like Elite Dangerous, where it's run by pirates. Yeah, America's becoming like that, where it's all run by pirates. Yep, like I said, my channel is Elite Dangerous and my frustrations of the day. Which is, there's a lot of them. That's why I like planetary exploration, because it's much more peaceful most of the time. And the rebuy on an SRV is only like 520 credits. So, and including the fleet carrier, I have about let's see. No, I have over 6 billion. Well over 6 billion, almost 7 billion, besides the assets. And a fleet carrier is 5 billion, just for the basic fleet carrier without any services. And there is ways to get most of your money back. I think you just don't pay the fees, and if they repo your fleet carrier, you need to check on that to be certain. But there's ways you can get most of it back. Now I wanted to show you a little bit. See, we just picked up phosphorus, ciserite. So if we go over to modules and we go to the repeater right now, see we have 1848 in our SRV dual repeater. That's out of 2000. So we started out with 2000, we're down to 1848. If I click on this, 124 times I can refuel or rearm my weapons. It takes 2 sulfur and 1 phosphorus to rearm to get back to 2000. So that's pretty cool. And if I come down to the fuel tank, 124 times I can refuel. And then you got different kinds of fuel. You got standard, and that premium's pretty wild. So 23 times I can go to premium, and it uses very little of that. And the hull structure, for 30 times I can go back to 100% integrity, which I'm at 100 now. But that's synthesis, so that's pretty cool. Let's check on our time. Okay. Well, I think we've run out of time. Well, I appreciate you coming by. Sys ship. Sys ship. I use voice attack. It works most of the time, but you usually have to pause your talking for a little bit before you can give it a command. So it can get frustrating. Well, I do appreciate you coming along. Please find a way to help our channel by subscribing, which is free, doesn't cost you anything, and you can give out 2,000 subscribes. You can donate, and that would really help. You can join our Patreon, and that would really help. You can put at least 200 units of tritium in our fleet carrier. That would really help. So, and you get the early access videos if you help our channel. And we do videos in Ultimate Fishing Simulator, and No Man's Sky, and Subnautica, and VR Pinball. So we have over 1,000 videos right now. Yeah, I do like the cutters. I don't like combat in the cutters, but I like using the cutter for about everything else. I don't like being interdicted while I'm in a cutter, but I can survive it most of the time. Sys down. There we go. Again, I appreciate you coming along. Please watch more of our videos at GeoFilm_RDG, and please consider helping our channel in some way. So until the next video, thank you for watching. Goodbye.